Have you ever heard the advice to stay away from cheese because it's too fatty, too salty, and bad for your heart? But what if it turns out that this very advice is silently causing your muscle strength to decline, your body to weaken, and could even lead you to end up in a wheelchair? Recent scientific findings are completely changing the way we think about this food. Some types of cheese are not only safe, but can actually stimulate muscle regeneration, especially one type that has been proven to improve muscle strength in people over 60 by up to 42% in just 12 weeks. Yet, most seniors still unknowingly cut it out of their diet because they believe misinformation that has persisted for decades. Why is this rarely mentioned by doctors? The answer may make you rethink how the healthcare system works and why sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass, has become one of the leading reasons older adults lose their independence. In today's video, we'll explore 3 types of cheese ranked from helpful to life-changing in their ability to reverse muscle loss. And most importantly, the number 1 type may already be sitting in your refrigerator without anyone ever telling you. Before we begin, I have 2 questions for you. Have you noticed your strength declining, even though you maintain a steady daily protein intake? And are you ready to uncover the truth about common cheese-eating mistakes that could be silently accelerating your muscle loss? Share your answers in the comments we'll read, and respond to each one with personalized advice. Now, let's start with the first type of cheese and get ready to completely change the way you look at it. Ricotta cheese. Ricotta cheese, a culinary gift from Italy, may seem humble at first glance, with its creamy texture, mildly sweet flavor, and melt-in-the-mouth sensation. But behind that modest appearance lies a nutritional advantage that many people over 60 have yet to fully tap into. Naturally high in leucine, an essential amino acid that plays a key role in triggering the body's protein synthesis mechanism, ricotta helps lay the foundation for maintaining and building muscle mass. As we age, this ability becomes less responsive, which is why so many older adults face muscle loss and declining strength. What makes ricotta stand out is its higher leucine content compared to most other cheeses, while also being lower in saturated fat and sodium. This is especially important for those monitoring blood pressure or cardiovascular health. With age, the body gradually develops what's known as anabolic resistance, meaning the same amount of protein no longer triggers as strong a muscle-building response as it did in youth. Ricotta is made from whey, a fast-absorbing protein, allowing it to bypass much of that barrier. Once digested, the leucine in ricotta quickly enters the bloodstream and initiates muscle fiber regeneration, helping improve strength and mobility. This makes it one of the easy-to-digest, effective, and nutrient-rich protein sources older adults should consider adding to their diet. The timing of ricotta intake is just as important as the cheese itself. Research shows that muscles respond best when they receive protein within about 60 minutes after physical activity, whether that's resistance training, walking, or simple at-home exercises. Just half a cup of ricotta provides roughly 14 grams of high-quality protein and over 1.2 grams of leucine, enough to hit the leucine threshold that activates muscle regeneration in older adults. A useful tip is to pair ricotta with complex carbohydrates such as oats or whole grain bread to optimize nutrient delivery. You can also blend it into a smoothie with banana, berries, a touch of honey, and cinnamon for a tasty, easily digestible snack. Adding vitamin D-rich foods like eggs or mushrooms to the same meal can further enhance calcium absorption, indirectly supporting stronger muscles and bone. However, there are a few things to keep in mind. Eating ricotta late at night when you're inactive may cause excess energy to be stored as fat, while the body's ability to use the protein is reduced. Choose fresh, whole milk ricotta without preservatives, fillers, or artificial thickeners. If you're lactose sensitive, start with a small amount. Ricotta contains less lactose than most cheeses but can still cause discomfort. And to avoid slowing digestion, don't pair ricotta with highly acidic fruits like oranges, lemons, or pineapple. I recall one of my patients, Thomas, a 72-year-old retired teacher. After leaving work, he became less active and began noticing a sharp decline in leg strength. Climbing stairs felt heavy, and even standing up from a chair was challenging. We introduced a simple routine. After his morning walk, he ate a bowl of ricotta mixed with oats, sliced banana, and a sprinkle of chia seeds. About 6 weeks later, functional tests showed nearly a 20% improvement in leg strength, better balance, and much less knee fatigue. 3 months in, his muscle mass measurements revealed a gain of over 4%, a highly encouraging number for someone in his 72nd. Now that we understand the value of ricotta, let's explore a firmer textured cheese that can deliver long-lasting strength to the muscular system. 2. Gruyère cheese. Gruyère, a hard cheese with the distinctive nutty flavor of Switzerland, may not be the first thing you think of when it comes to muscle health. However, beneath that golden crust lies a rich storehouse of nutrients, naturally arranged to help older adults maintain and rebuild muscle in a sustainable way. What makes Gruyère truly special is not only its high-quality protein content, but also its dense supply of minerals including calcium, phosphorus, and zinc, all of which are essential for maintaining the structural integrity of muscle fibers and ensuring smooth coordination between the nervous and muscular systems. Importantly, Gruyère is rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein that can release amino acids into the bloodstream gradually over several hours, like dripping nourishment into each muscle cell. This is a key factor in minimizing nighttime muscle loss, a period when many people over 60 are unaware they're losing the most muscle mass. Physiologically, at night the body slows down protein synthesis and speeds up protein breakdown, especially at an age when growth hormone and testosterone levels have dropped significantly. This creates an imbalance that makes the body more prone to catabolism, breaking down muscle tissue for energy. Just a single slice of Gruyère before bed can serve as a slow protein infusion, allowing casein to circulate steadily and nourish muscles throughout sleep. Studies have shown that adults over 60 who consume slow-digesting protein at night experience up to 22% less overnight muscle breakdown compared to those who do not. Over weeks or months, this effect can make a major difference in strength and mobility. A practical way to use Gruyère for muscle support is to incorporate it into a controlled evening snack. Just about 30 to 40 grams, roughly the size of 2 fingers, is enough to trigger the overnight muscle protective mechanism. Paired with a few almonds or a slice of whole grain bread, it can help stabilize blood sugar and prevent sharp insulin spikes, which is particularly important for older adults with reduced insulin sensitivity. The ideal time to enjoy Gruyère is about 1 to 2 hours before bed, preferably after a light walk, when your muscles are more receptive to nutrient uptake. However, avoid pairing Gruyère with red wine or dark chocolate before bed, as they may slow digestion, disrupt sleep, and reduce the effectiveness of slow-release protein. Also, steer clear of overly salty Gruyère or prepackaged varieties containing added nitrates, as these can put extra strain on the kidneys. Some people worry about saturated fat in cheese, but recent studies show that, in moderate amounts, aged cheeses like Gruyère do not increase cardiovascular risk in healthy older adults. An interesting point is that during the aging process, Gruyère develops compounds such as vitamin K2 proven to help reduce arterial calcification and strengthen the bone-muscle connection. This is crucial for preventing falls and fractures in old age. That said, if you have kidney disease or high cholesterol, consult your doctor before making Gruyère a regular part of your diet. I'm reminded of Eleanor, a 6-8-year-old hand-weaving artisan who often woke up with sore hips and a stiff back. Though she wasn't doing intense exercise, she noticed her endurance declining and her morning energy fading. Tests revealed elevated creatine kinase, a sign her muscles were under stress, and muscle scans showed a 6% loss in gluteal muscle mass in just over a year. She also suffered from interrupted sleep, often waking in the middle of the night. We introduced an evening routine of 35 grams of Gruyère, a handful of pumpkin seeds, and a cup of chamomile tea about 90 minutes before bed. After 1 month, her aches had decreased by about 60%, her sleep was deeper, and she returned to her morning stretching routine, along with longer walks. 2 months later, her muscle mass had increased by 3.2%, and her balance during yoga, her passion, had noticeably improved. Now that you've seen how Gruyere quietly protects your muscles while you sleep, you'll soon meet the most powerful cheese on this list, one that can help build strength rapidly and change the game for older adults battling muscle loss. If you find this sharing helpful, kindly comment with the number 2 below. That's a simple way for me to know that you are still interested and accompanying me on this journey toward living healthier and improving your quality of life each day. Cottage cheese. Cottage cheese, a fresh, soft cheese made by fermenting and separating milk curds, has long been considered a nutritional gift for the muscles of older adults. What makes it special isn't just its mild flavor, but also the science-backed benefits packed into every spoonful you eat. The unique feature of cottage cheese is that it contains both types of protein, casein and whey. In nutritional science, this combination is rare in natural foods. Whey works quickly, kickstarting muscle repair almost immediately. Casein digests more slowly, acting as a long-lasting backup supply, feeding your muscles steadily for hours. This dual action helps people over 60 both replenish muscle loss and combat sarcopenia, the age-related muscle wasting that poses a major challenge in later life. Beyond protein, cottage cheese is a notable source of calcium, phosphorus, and vitamin B12. Calcium supports smooth, coordinated muscle contractions. Phosphorus plays a role in regenerating ATP, the body's energy currency, and B12 ensures that nerve-to-muscle signals are transmitted efficiently. When these three work together, you get better muscle coordination, steadier strength, and improved endurance. Recent studies show that consuming about 30 grams of protein from cottage cheese after light activity, such as walking or resistance training, can significantly increase muscle mass and improve strength in just a few months. The reason is the body's golden window, the 30-60 minutes after exercise, when amino acid absorption peaks. Missing this window can greatly reduce recovery effectiveness. A simple tip is to pair cottage cheese with potassium-rich foods like bananas or sweet potatoes. Potassium helps balance fluid levels and reduces the risk of cramps, a common issue among seniors. Adding a bit of turmeric and black pepper not only enhances flavor, but also supports joint inflammation reduction and optimizes protein utilization. For usage, you can enjoy it in the morning with flax seeds and berries for a healthy sweet breakfast, or in the evening with olive oil and cucumbers for a light savory dish. However, avoid pairing it with high-sugar jams or refined crackers, as these can cause a sudden insulin spike, reducing the effectiveness of muscle building. An important note: choose low-sodium varieties and limit preservatives. Excess salt can strain the cardiovascular system, while preservatives can sometimes reduce nutrient absorption. Also, if you wait too long after exercise to eat it, you'll miss out on the maximum recovery benefits. For those allergic to dairy or lactose intolerant, lactose-free versions are available that still deliver the same protein benefits. I clearly remember a friend of mine, Richard, 75 years old, a former firefighter known for his incredible endurance. After a shoulder injury, he had to stop training for several months. As a result, his strength dropped sharply, and he could only climb a few steps before needing to rest. When we developed his recovery plan, cottage cheese became one of the core foods. Every morning, he ate a bowl of cottage cheese with banana and cinnamon right after doing light exercises. In the evening, he paired it with spinach and olive oil after a slow walk. In just over 2 months, not only could he climb the entire staircase again, but he could also walk in the park with his granddaughter for nearly an hour without feeling tired. And if you are still watching up to this point, I would like to invite you to leave the number 3 in the comments. This will let me know that you have received valuable insights and found them helpful. Now that you know the 3 most important types of cheese, each with its own optimal timing, proper usage, and unique impact on maintaining muscle strength, let's take a deeper look at how to combine them, the ideal times to eat them, and how to maximize the benefits of each one to combat muscle loss from sarcopenia, both day and night. At the heart of this issue is muscle protein synthesis, a sophisticated biological process where your body repairs and rebuilds muscle fibers after stress or activity. In older adults, this process slows down significantly. However, when given the right nutrients at the right time, you can slow and, in some cases, partially reverse the age-related decline in muscle mass. To start your day effectively, have ricotta or cottage cheese within an hour of waking up. After a night's sleep, your body is in a fasted state, and your muscles are at risk of breaking down for energy. Supplying fast-digesting whey protein from ricotta or the balanced casein whey blend found in cottage cheese helps halt this breakdown and shifts your body back into an anabolic state, meaning it's actively building new muscle. When you have ricotta or cottage cheese in the morning, pair it with a healthy carbohydrate source such as oats, sweet potatoes, or bananas. This combination triggers a natural insulin spike, which acts like a key to unlock muscle cells so amino acids can flow directly into them. Without this mechanism, much of the protein you consume may not be fully utilized. On days when you're physically active, such as doing light resistance training or brisk walking, plan to have cheese immediately after your activity. Even just 15 minutes of exercise can trigger the anabolic window when your muscles are primed to absorb more amino acids. However, in older adults, this window is shorter and closes faster, meaning if you delay protein intake by 2-3 hours, your body may miss its best opportunity for muscle recovery. For Gruyere cheese in the evening, the approach is different. Because it digests slowly, Gruyere should be eaten 1 to 2 hours before bedtime, especially after a light evening walk. Thanks to its casein content and mineral profile, this cheese releases nutrients gradually, nourishing your muscles throughout the night, a time when many older adults can lose over 10% of their lean muscle mass if they go to bed undernourished. Beyond diet, maintaining proper hydration is also crucial. Dehydrated muscles are more prone to damage and respond less effectively to protein. Drink a full glass of water about 15 minutes before a cheese-containing meal and another glass 30-60 minutes afterward. This habit not only supports digestion but also improves cellular hydration, enhancing your body's ability to use amino acids efficiently. Finally, don't forget to add anti-inflammatory spices such as turmeric, ginger, or black pepper to your meals. These ingredients not only help reduce inflammation and joint stiffness, but also create a more favorable environment for your body's muscle protein synthesis. Now, let's talk about some of the questions and concerns I often receive from you both in my clinic and through online conversations. One question that comes up again and again is, what if I'm not very active? Will these cheeses still benefit my health? The answer is yes, but you need to understand that the results will come more slowly. Our muscles, especially after the age of 60, are like a door they open the widest only when they get the signal to be used. This doesn't mean you have to go to the gym or lift heavy weights. Even simple and safe movements, such as sitting down and standing up from a chair, using light resistance bands, or taking a slow 15-minute walk before meals, can help your body respond twice as strongly to the protein you consume. In fact, I've seen many people who struggled with mobility still make significant gains in muscle strength simply by combining a strategically nutrient-rich diet with low-impact, consistent daily exercises. Another common question is, can I eat all 3 types of cheese in the same day? The answer is absolutely yes, but the key lies in timing. Try having ricotta in the morning after light activity, cottage cheese around midday or after a light lunch, and Gruyere in the evening before rest. This creates a continuous muscle-nourishing cycle that covers the whole day. However, don't forget about portion control. Consuming more than 30-40 grams of protein in a single meal can reduce absorption efficiency, especially in an aging digestive system. Instead, divide your intake into 3 windows: morning, midday, and evening to maintain a positive nitrogen balance, which is the optimal biological condition for muscle growth. One mistake I often see in older adults is overlooking the importance of sleep. Even if you consume enough protein, poor sleep can almost completely erase its benefits. That's why having Gruyere in the evening should be paired with a relaxing bedtime routine. Dim the lights, avoid electronic devices, and perhaps enjoy a cup of warm herbal tea. When sleep is shallow, your body produces more cortisol, a hormone that breaks down muscle and blocks amino acid absorption. So, treat sleep as part of your muscle recovery protocol, equal in importance to nutrition and physical activity, so that with each passing day your body grows stronger and more resilient. So, where should you start right now? Begin with small but consistent steps. Add one of the recommended cheeses to your first meal tomorrow, then take a short walk afterward. Notice how your energy shifts. Observe how your strength builds day by day. The key always lies in consistency and persistence. This doesn't mean eating cheese once and expecting a miracle. It's about choosing the right types of cheese, using them wisely, and at the right times each day so your body can gain the maximum benefits. Now, I'd like to hear from you. Have you ever included cheese as part of your strength building or health recovery plan? And what changes have you noticed? Please share your experiences and thoughts in the comments below. I truly look forward to reading and understanding each of your stories. Thank you for watching.